Hello, how are you today? I am sorry that this is a little grainy again today. It is a gloomy day outside, so I'm not getting any sunlight in. I kind of have lights all over the place pointing towards this, but I don't think it's really helping, so I apologize for that. And you'll notice I got all dressed up for you today. Because it's a rainy day, I am wearing my most favorite worn, stained, nasty looking but comfortable sweatshirt that I own, that I just can't get rid of no matter how much my children beg and plead me to throw it out. So today, if you saw my post yesterday, you saw the sneak peek of what the video was about today. So it's how to make this little petite purse Frankenstein for Halloween. How stinking cute is this? And as I mentioned on my blog, that every month as a demonstrator, we receive a magazine called Stamping Success. And honestly, if you got nothing else out of signing up but this monthly subscription, it would be so worth it. This thing, I know you find this hard to believe, but I get giddy when that thing arrives because it's just so awesome. So this was one of the projects that was posted on there. So I made a little video, and then I don't know if you can see that, but I kind of made, you know how Frankenstein's got this kind of squared head, so I kind of carried that onto the back as well. So I'm going to show you how I quickly did that too. So today's video is how to make Frankie, and this would be a great gift for your child's class for Thanksgiving, for Halloween, or just some special kids, or maybe grandchildren. Hi, Kenda. Hi, Colin. Grandma lets you. Okay, so stay tuned for this video, and I'll be right back to show you how easy it is to use. Quickly, it uses the Petite Purse die. Honestly, when I saw this die, I knew I was going to love it, but then when everybody came out with these amazing ideas on how else to use them, I was like, who in their right mind would not want to have this die? So today is going to be another reason why, if you don't have this die, you need it. All right, so I'll be back soon. Thanks. Okay, so here we are, ready to make our little Frankenstein. Okay, so what you will need is, I didn't show you how to run this through the Big Shot because I figured you figured that out by now. But this is what you would get on the Petite Purse die. You get the main purse and you get the handle. Just a quick tip. Good to know is whatever is face down, especially when you have score lines, whatever is face down will really emphasize the score lines. And you can see how much more you can see them on that side as compared to that side. So this was the side that was down. It isn't such a big deal when you're using cardstock because you can just say, oh, okay, well, that's the side that has the score lines. But if you were to make this out of designer series paper and say you wanted a specific side, make sure the side that you want to be able to see your score lines the best on is facing down. Okay? Make sense if you have score lines? All right. So we'll take these two pieces here, and I am just going to reinforce because my bone folder is across the table, and I won't bother getting it. So we're just going to reinforce all those little score lines. Sorry. And it is dark. I'm sorry. It's a gloomy, rainy day. No matter how much light I try to bring onto here, it's still dark and gloomy. Okay, so, here, little note to tell you. Did you guys, when I was doing my intro, did you hear the little text message alert? Well, that was Caitlin telling me that our sweet little Kendall is now walking. Can you believe it? That child is just over 10 months old, and she's walking. Wowza! Okay, so you're going to put a piece of sticky strip on both of those little tabs. And I'm just looking across the street because I think my son just got dropped off. So you may hear him come through the door. And then I'll just politely tell him to, Shuddy, Mommy's doing a video. Okay, so you can see here are the tabs. And you're going to want to put the tape on the tabs on the side that you want facing out. Okay, so this is where the score lines were the deepest. That will be the outside of my box, and that also means that my tabs are facing the outside. So we'll just peel the sticky strip away. which if you've used sticky strip before, you know is a lot easier said than done because it's just that sticky. Oh, there we go. And then when you're building the purse, it is easy peasy. All you're doing is just building the wall. So what you want to realize is that the bottom of this purse, this part does not close. So that just kind of helps when you're putting the purse together to not try and figure out if that purse is supposed to be closed. So it's actually going to be open at the bottom. So again, fold in that tab and just line up that wall, and that's it. That is your purse put together. Now the other thing I like to do is, because sometimes the little notch that is for slipping the tab in, sometimes is a little hard to get the tab into. So I just kind of give her a little help there. There we go. You're welcome. And then what we're going to do, this is going to seem a little strange, but we're going to cut off, we're going to leave about, what is that, 3/4 of an inch? Yeah, 3/4 of an inch on, so that's all we have. So we have cut off the actual tab piece, and I'll explain why. Because this is going to be coming over the side, and 2 thicknesses of cardstock, if we left that on, they would have to be glued together. It's almost impossible to get into that slit. So I'm trying to make sure that we only keep it at one width of cardstock to go in. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to make the lighting the best here. So I'm going to take, so this piece here, so I'm just going to set that aside for right now. So this piece here was just another piece that I put through, and I only caught this top part, okay? So, and I believe I measured this at, I'm just going to quickly do it. I think I did like a 3x4, so that this score line, I have about a 1/2 inch off what is already the score line that's on there. So now I'm going to make his Frankenstein head at the back. You know how he kind of has that? So I'm just going to cut some triangles or do a zigzag, sorry. And just like that, okay? Now, what I had my club girls do, because this was the project, one of the projects we made this month, was put adhesive on what is the outside back, that little piece that we cut off. So put your adhesive on there. You could definitely use sticky strip if you liked, but we used snail and it worked fine. And then the other thing that I would probably recommend, because that's the thing I forgot today, was the glue dots. But to give it a really tight grab, actually, you know what I'll do instead? I'll put a little piece of sticky strip on there instead. But glue dots would work just as well on that piece. And you guys know how much I love my glue dots. And like I always say, glue dots are like sticky strip in dot form. So, like I said, I would probably just put glue dots on there, but since I had my sticky strip handy, that's what I'll use. So we're going to line up this score line with this score line, okay? So that just gets lined up like so, and then stuck to that flat part. So then when we bend it over, that will be the top. But you'll notice that his hair is all ziggy and zaggy. So the easy way to do that is what you want to make sure you do is don't touch this tab, okay? So on the other side of it, all I did was do 2 cutout triangles. The other thing I'll tell you is you don't want to go all the way back here with your zigzags because his hair doesn't look good that way. So just do a triangle, 2 triangles on either side of that little tab, okay? And there you have Frankies' hair, okay? So then you'll just feed that in like that, and then you can see his hair. Now the other thing you might want to do, if you did have your bone folder handy, which, you know, I don't, is to just take your bone folder on this and kind of break up those fibers a bit so that they lay over a little easier. So we'll assume that I did that. Okay. And now what we're, it'll be fine. It's all good. And then we're going to take I used Whisper White 3/4 inch circles, and we'll just pop a glue dot on the back of those. And then I actually tucked an eyeball under each kind of fringe of his hair, just like so. And then I have 2 1/2 inch basic black circles, and I just put a little bit of snail on that, and then pop those on. And then just to make his eyes look a little bit more cartoony, just take a white Unigel pen and just make 2 little curved lines on his eyes, just like so. Cute, huh? Made a big difference, didn't it? And then the only part that you could distress the entire purse, but the only thing that we distressed was his nose. And this is just a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch square. And then that's all I distressed was his nose. And again, we can pop a dimensional underneath that. And then you want to make sure you don't tape down the dimensional to both the hair and the below that notch, because then it'll make it impossible to open. So just go below that, kind of go on an angle. Every Frankie is going to look different because you're going to put them together different each time. Now, the mouth. I want to make this as easy as possible, so I just do a wavy line like that, and then I put a straight line on the end of each side of his mouth, and then a scar. Oops, sorry about the lighting. Scar, which is just a straight line with 4 little stitches. Okay, and then if you haven't used this purse before, easy peasy to put the handle on, and this is where, of course, as I mentioned before, I forgot my glue dots, so we're just going to use a little bit of snail instead. But glue dots work best, so you'll want to use a glue dot. And you just put you put a glue dot on either side, on the same side, and then just push that into the inside on both sides, like so. Okay, and then just tuck in that slot again, and there is Frankie. How stinking cute is he? Okay, I'm going to flip him over and let you see the back of his hair. Oh, there's somebody walking. Really? Tyson? Hey, Dawson! Enough! Dawson! Stop! Oh my gosh. Well, there's the dogs. How dare somebody walk by my house with their dog. So I apologize for that. Okay, so there's Frankie. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And if you're a dog lover and have dogs, then you were completely sympathetic with that. So, okay, so here's our Frankies, and thanks for watching the video. Thanks for stopping by. I love your comments. I love your interactions. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great, great weekend. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.